Memorial Day weekend is behind us, and after all the celebrations and the week off, it's time to go back to business. 14 races remain in the 2024 season, and today, these guys are in for one big whiplash, as not only they have to face their third road course, but also they have to face the unfamiliar conditions of the frozen north. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 15 of the 2024 PSRLA Grand National Series. Welcome to the Tiffany Gate Grand Prix of Montreal at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Hello everybody, my name is Alex Vitale. Welcome to Montreal, Canada, our second, technically our first venture here in Canada for the Grand National Series, but our second weekend, straight weekend here in the frozen north for the PSRLA. As last week, the Cup guys and the Truck guys were busy over at Trois-Rivières. That race also being the only time that the Truck Series will be racing outside of the United States. Next week they'll be back at next week they'll be back at Loudon, New Hampshire. Well, this is our first and only stop outside of the United States. While the Cup guys will have to race, have raced Trois-Rivières and will have to race here at Montreal after the GNS guys. And actually, speaking of, this is our third race. As we said in the intro, this is our third road course event of the year, but also our second road course event at a track that Formula 1 races at, as this track is more famous for hosting the Formula 1 Canadian Grand Prix. Of course, it has hosted races of the NASCAR Xfinity Series back when it was the Nationwide Series from, if I believe, 2008 to 2012. And if you remember, it was rumored that Montreal was going to replace the slot left free by Auto Club Speedway, but that did not come to fruition, and that slot went on to Iowa Speedway instead. Which, by the way, we actually have both tracks on the schedule, and we have 4 races left in real life NASCAR, so yeah, kind of embarrassing. And as we said, this is our only stop in Canada, and also this is the last stop for the Cup guys in Canada. But actually, this is not the end of once the Cup guys leave. It's not the end of stock car racing action, because not only the GNS and the Cup guys are scheduled to race here, but also the World Cup Series is scheduled to race here. The Hearst Sprint Series has already raced that, and well, the World Cup Series, of course, will follow the day after. So, plenty of stock car racing action here for Montreal racing fans. Or should I say more Canadian racing fans? I mean, Montreal is part of Canada, but whatever. As for the championship standings, after the week off, we left with Genius D'Amelio winning his 4th race of the season at Charlotte, and he leads the championship. Second is Carlos Rex, 38 points behind the 37 checker flag car. Then we have Brendan Rogers, Cody Goforth, Michael Sheeran, Quinton Moore, Brandon Beal, Wyatt Quill, Sean Ard, and Justin Perez rounding up the top 10. As for the driver lineup, because we haven't talked about it in a little while, and amazingly enough, we didn't have any new drivers for Darlington or for Charlotte, the most historical tracks, but we have 3 of them today here in Montreal. We actually have 2 returning drivers and 1 new driver. The first returning driver is Matthew Hubert, who makes his first start here in the GNS for the first time since the season opener at Daytona, and he's going to race the same free Dairy Queen Chevrolet that was originated of Daniel Voice Racing, that was later bought out by Ted and Fury Racing to become the 71 car driven currently by Andrew Williams. Now, as we all know, DVR met his fate, as we all know, and Hubert bought back that original car, so it now technically classified as a Vision Motorsports car. And the second returning driver is Garen Movadell, who makes his first start here in the GNS since Kansas, if I remember correctly. But this time, Movadell is going to drive for Checker Flag Motorsports in the Exalta Paints Chevrolet 64 for Checker Flag Motorsports. And if you remember, the last time he was in the free ride car in the unsponsored I don't remember the number, but he raced in a Toyota, in an unsponsored Toyota. As for the brand new driver, well, I'm pretty sure you have heard the recent news that Christian Russell has been suspended indefinitely from the PSRLA for, shall we say, inappropriate behavior, and that's a major euphemism, and has been replaced by Italian Fury driver back over at the Truck Series, Danny Johnson. Now Johnson will be racing with what was the paint scheme of Russell, because this was a very, very last minute call up. So Drew Webber Racing Enterprises couldn't manage in time to get a sponsor and a paint scheme figured out in time for the race. So we have Matthew Huber, Gary Movadell, and Danny Johnson as our three top part-time entries. And with all that being said, guess what? It's time for racing. And as the cars begin their warm-up lap, let's take a look at the qualifying results. And Ty Dant will lead them to the green flag. Second is Cole Outlaw. Third is Zachary Taylor. Fourth is Nia Marinacci. And then we have Quinton Moore, Kenan Chris, Waquil, Ginny Stamelli, the championship leader, Jacob Miller, and David Heller will round up the top 10. Gary Movadell starting 22nd, Danny Johnson starting 24th, and Matthew Huber starting 23rd. So we have 14 laps here on the schedule, 3 more than the Her Sprint Series. I know it's weird, but it is. A pit stop should be around the midway point. And also we have no cautions on, as per usual with road courses. And since we are driving in a track that Formula 1 races at, I get to make DRS jokes. And also I forgot to mention that, yeah, also Kart has, the Kart and Champ Car has raced here in Montreal. So yeah, plenty of racing history on this track. As they reach the end of what will be the second DRS zone in real life, they're gonna go past the chicane and drive to the hairpin, a very, very tight hairpin that might be possibly one of the best opportunities for overtaking alongside the first couple of corners. The Sebastian Vettel chicane, as I like to call it. For reasons that if you watch the 2019 season you should know, the 2019 Formula 1 season you should know. And also the chicane right there before, as you saw right there before the end of the second DRS zone. As they come into the hairpin. And into the straight that is more famous for having had a mastodontical crash in the movie Driven. Just ask Adrian Fernandez. The pace car reaches the entrance to pit road. There it is. So Ty Dant and Cole Outlaw will lead the field to the green flag. And there goes, the green flag is in the air. We're away at Montreal. And Dante's gonna get an amazing jump. Look at that, it's like a Taylor, they're gonna go for a dive bomb, and it's actually going to third place. From Marinacci, they're gonna be side by side with Marinacci, and actually no, Marinacci's actually going to defend the position. There goes Dante, they're gonna into the Vettel chicane, they go for the very first time. And looks everything is going to be fine. Ooh, contact. I think it was Taylor's gonna smash the wall at the back, but everybody is going. Ooh! Matt Hubert actually hits the wall very hard. And also I think somebody else hit it. I think it was Cody Goforth. We may see. We may have to see if. No, actually no. Looks like all the cars are fine. So maybe that was just because of the Hubert crash. In fact, Hubert has the right side of the car damaged. Let's see. I mean, yeah, there's a bit of damage right there. But there goes Johnson on the inside of Perez and Markle. Meg can enter try for a double overtake. Nope, not a double overtake. And it looks like Perez is actually going to take the place as Rogers trying for a timid move on the inside of Hubert. There goes, ooh, contact between Markle and Sheeran. And looks like Johnson is going to take the place away from the 14 car. Now they're going to be still side by side. As SRX trying to pass Langland on the ahead of you. They're going to be side by side. And looks like as Hobbs is trying a move on Hubert himself. Here comes to the chicane that leads to the Wall of Champions, and Russell is going to take the place. Oh, never mind. He's actually going to hit the Wall of Champions. He's going to also Art is going to hit the Wall of Champions in the background, and is going to and Johnson loses 2 places to both Markle and Perez. In the meantime, there goes Messi on the inside of Ronco as Racer is going to take the place away from Lineback. They're still going to be side by side between Ronco and Messi. Messi's going to take the place. Ronco goes super wide, and actually Racer actually hit the wall as and the Oliveira's actually hit the wall. Lineback also hits the wall. Actually hits Lineback hit Racer that hit the wall. There goes Movedel, and actually, I'm pretty sure I didn't say this, but Movedel is actually scheduled to have a also he's doing double duty today because he also going to race the Cup race with Evans Ross Racing. As you see, Messi tried for a move on Miller, but Miller actually gonna get the better exit off of the chicane, and Messi is not going to get the position, and actually. Linebackers all over the rear of the 16 car. Ooh, Movedel smashes into the 20. The front car is completely crumpled up, but Linebacker is going to keep the position somehow. Plenty of racing action here today. Ooh, there we go. Outlaw is all over the rear of that. Outlaw is going for a move. And no, that is actually going to keep the position. There we go. Actually, Outlaw goes a little bit wide. That's going to allow Morax to catch up, I want to say. But nope. That is going to put a bit of a safety gap away from the 18 Beacon Quantum Motorsports car. Here's also here's the medal of battling with Kenny Chris up to in 5th place. There's also Linebacker. Ooh, Deliverer smashes the wall again. Is this going to allow Marco for a move? I want to bet yes, but nothing happened. Actually, Hobbs is trying for a move on Marco himself. And there goes the 88. Is the 88 going to clear the 14 car? Yes, he is. There we go. In the meantime, ooh, I think that was. Actually, that was weird. Actually, I think that was weird. Actually, I have a very bad accident of the chicane. He's got wrecks all over his back bumper, but doesn't look like it's going to do anything right now. In the meantime, Movedel is in last place. Goforth is also last with damage. That is Beal, Racer, Lopez, Hernandez. There's Williams. There's Rogers, Little, Sheeran, Hobbs, Hubert, Markle, De Oliveira, Perez, and there's somebody who bits. Ooh, Messi's actually going to hit the Wall of Champions right there, and there's Miller in the pits, probably to fix In the meantime, the situation at the front has calmed itself a little bit. We're on lap 4. 3 laps have been completed. Actually, there's Art and Williams in the pits. Racer, sorry, in the pits, as is Johnson in the pits. Ooh, there goes Ronco on the inside of Lineback. And... ooh! No! Lineback goes spins. That did not work for him. But he's going to keep it straight. I mean, it's not going to be... He's actually going to straighten the car up. But yeah, that was not a good move for Jeff Lineback, who looks like he's actually going to lose the position to Rogers. Now he's actually going to defend the position to and Rogers has to see himself from an attack by Williams. The 71 car is glued to the rear of the 97 car. Williams, he has attempted a timid move on the inside of the 97 car, but nothing. In the meantime, yeah, the situation has calmed itself. Actually, how close is Outlaw to Dent? I don't want to say... Well, I mean, it's pretty close. Past the chicane that leads to the main straight. Marinacci also might want to do something. Outlaw is attempting for a move on the inside, but it's too far away. He's going to settle behind the 18 car, who is going to lead yet another lap. But now Outlaw is... might have to deal with Marinacci pretty soon. I don't know when, as Dent is going to put some distance between the 18 and 11. Into the chicane. Ooh, that was some close stuff from Dent. In the meantime, there's Messi in the pits, there's Movedel, there's Johnson, Miller, Racer, Ard. And actually, Marinacci has overtaken Outlaw for second place. Back, we missed that one. I apologize for that one. And now Nia is going for the attack of the 18 car. And actually, that hunt might not last very long because that goes super wide at the exit of the chicane. Can Nia do something here? Nope, doesn't look like it. Ooh. Outlaw manages to stop just in time to avoid a contact with the rear of the 49 DM car. But yeah, Marinacci up to second place, and now Marinacci is aiming at our next target, that being tight end in the lead. Actually, there goes Nia on the inside of Dent, maybe too far, as is Outlaw. Actually, no, Dent goes into the pits. Never mind. Dent is in the pits, as does D'Amelio. So yeah, pit window is hitting right away. And so does Taylor, Heller, and Quayle, and I think also Wares are pitting. So Nia is in the lead of the Grand Prix Montreal. Almost called it the Canadian Grand Prix. I mean, sort of force of habit. As Marinacci is going to put a bit of a safety gap from the 11 car. There's Kid and Chris. Ooh, side by side between Benny Moore and Quinton Moore. And looks like the two Moores. And it looks like, yep, Benny is going to take the place away from Quinton. Actually, I think Quinton actually hit the wall, which would explain the sudden gap increase between the 00 and the 98 car. In the meantime, let's check the rear. Now, Dent is in the pits, Taylor's in the pits, there's D'Amelio's in the pits as well. D'Amelio's going to come out of the pits in first. Actually, no, Dent is actually going to beat the 37 car off of the line. You just saw Movedel is coming in hot. Ooh, I think there was a slight contact between the 49 and 11. I'm not too sure, but it was very, very close. At this point, I'm going to assume these guys are going to hit the pits this moment. And Marinacci, there we go. Marinacci and Outlaw in the pits. Ken and Chris is going to follow them. Who's not going to follow them? It won't be Benny Moore. It won't be Quinton Moore. It won't be Rex. So, by that logic, I think Actually, no, go for Vizio to continue yet another lap. Go for Vizio to continue one more lap. That's second group pitting, so by that logic, Dent, if exclude Goforth, should be back in the lead of the, should be the virtual race leader again. But now he's got Genius D'Amelio, who is definitely, after winning 4 races, well, if he actually manages, if D'Amelio manages to win this one, I don't want to say the championship is close because we still have 14 races left in the season, 13 after this one, but that would be a serious, basically it would be one hand on the title already. There goes Marinacci out of the pits. Outlaw and Chris are going to come out. Marinacci, Outlaw, and Chris. There's Dent and D'Amelio. And actually, I think I may have spoken too soon because actually they go for made a stop. I don't think it did. There goes Nia. There's Outlaw under attack by Chris. There's Dent. There's D'Amelio. And actually, I think all I said about these guys leading might have been all for nothing because these guys, I'm pretty sure these guys haven't had any kind of damage because that was a very quick stop for all of them. There's Goforth. I think he has to go into the pits right now. And let's see. Nope. Goforth is to continue one more lap. At this point, I'm going to ask if he has pitted already. Okay, there's Runkle in the pits. Actually, no. Is Goforth lapped? No, actually, it's in 33rd. Okay, never mind. So, I was stuck in nonsense. So that means Marinacci is leading the race. I mean, yeah, this has been a pretty chaotic race. Also, ooh, the man is going to hit the wall of champions. That's going to allow Chris to take advantage of the move, and maybe even Dent. And there we go, D'Amelio is going to lose 2 positions. It almost looked like he was going to lose 3rd because the Bennymore was also super close to the championship leader. But also he has no reason to worry about losing too many places because guess what? His championship rival and 2nd place in the standings is 2 positions behind them. Oh, okay. That was some shenanigans between Dent and Chris, which may allow for D'Amelio actually take advantage of that one, but now they're actually going to block the track pretty much as you saw. I think that was Quay also hitting the wall right there. In the meantime, 2.3 seconds for Marinacci, and yeah, this has been... There goes Outlaw. There goes Chris. Chris is gonna go a little bit wide, but it's not gonna change. Not gonna change much. There's many more. Rex is just behind them, and this is exactly a scenario that D'Amelio doesn't want. Ooh, look at Rex with a dive bomb and a half on the inside. Oh, sure, actually, one between the inside is the outside of Benny Moore, but never mind. It's not going to keep the position. That was a move that came out of nowhere, though. In the meantime, here's Nia crossing the chicane to start lap number 9 and lead lap number 8. There it is, more people in the pits. There. So the top 10 is currently Marinacci, Outlaw, Dent, Chris, D'Amelio, Moore, Rex, Benny Moore, Rex, Quayle, Lagland, and David Heller. And then we have Markle behind, very much behind them. And then we got Hobbs and Perez. And the situation. Ooh, Benny Moore actually comes out of the chicane very wide though. Oh no! That was so not okay, Benny. That was so not okay. I'm pretty sure the PSRLA officials are gonna going to definitely keep an eye on that one. But thanks to that, Rex is going to lose a place to Quail. And actually, this is perfectly fine for Genius D'Amelio, because at least he's going to keep some points. He's actually going to extend his lead in the championship. Unless Bennymore has anything to say about it. And looks like no, he's going to stay behind. Ooh, there goes Quill with a dive bomb on the inside of Quill, which now becomes the outside. But nope, never mind. It's not going to make the move stick. In the meantime, 2.4 seconds on the last lap. Actually, we will check. Actually, we are going to see what's the gap between the DM and the Beacon Quantum cars in just a moment, as Nia is going to complete lap number 9 and start lap number 10. There goes Dent in the pits, and it's just 2 seconds from the two. Dent is in the pits, as is Quail, as is Markle. I think that's Markle. No, that's Langland, sorry. There goes Markle. There's the Runkle out of the pits. There's Chris, there's D'Amelio, there's the leader now. There's our two ninth and play, the new ninth place then in the race right now, that being Markle and Hobbs. Actually, Runkle tried to move on Perez on the outside of Perez, which no dice. In the meantime, everybody's still stuck here. There goes Lineback. And there goes Goforth. There's Nia. Still leading. And yeah, the station has pretty much calmed itself down right now. And Heller might try to move on the 00. And nope. Actually, no, never mind. Actually, Heller is closed down a lot on the 00 Evans Ross car, but nope. Bennymore is actually gonna get the better exit out of the hairpin, so it's not going to matter. There's okay, Hubert. That's Quinton Moore, Hernandez, Sheeran. Ooh, I think there was some light contact between the two guys, but it looks like it's not gonna matter much. And actually, there goes the leader in the pit. There goes the leaders in the pits. Mirage is in the pits. Outlaws in the pits. Chris is in the pits. D'Amelio is in the pits. And who's not going to be in the pits? There's Danny Johnson. And looks like, I think Hobbs is actually going to take the lead of the race. No, Ronco's going to take the lead of the race. At least I hope he is. And nope, he's actually 3 laps down, so never mind. There goes Quinton Moore. Andrew Rich is going to come out of the pits first. Zachary Taylor is going to settle into his pit box. But yeah, now everybody is in the pits, and yeah. Now we want to have any idea on who's the leader, the actual leader of the race is going to be for at least a little while. There's Racer, there's Rogers, there's Ronco. Danny Johnson is in, where is he? Johnson is in, basically in 32nd, 2 laps down. There's Momadel. Moadal, as we said, is going to race in the Cup Series 2, so I don't think he's too worried about having a bad race here. This is basically just warm-up for him. And I think somebody's coming out. That's Messi. He's coming out of the pits. Miller is also coming out of the pits, but I'm pretty sure both cars are multiple laps down. Yep, 2 laps down for Messi, and what was the one? 23 is there is a 1 lap down. So yeah, it's not matter to these guys all too much. Actually, Art is coming out of the pits. He's also lap car. There goes our rejoining the track in front of Rogers. There's Ronco, Miller, Messi, and Johnson. And Movidel. And there goes Goforth out of the pits as well. Service has been completed on that 94 DM car. DM Toyota Supra. And still nothing. Actually, is what car is the 97? Oh, it's the 97 with Brendan Rogers. So Brendan Rogers is technically in the lead of the race. Oh, okay. That could possibly the surprise of the race if the results are going to stand. Ooh, all right then. Rogers had a bit of a moment right there. But now, according to the ticker, Rogers should be the leader, and then we should have got to go for in second. There's Dent out. There we go. And right now, they're actually going to service both Langland's and Quill's cars. In the meantime, let's focus on the leader of the race, who has to deal with the lap car of Ard. And Ard is going to set, actually, never mind. Rogers is going to settle behind. There goes Rogers into the pits. Actually, there goes Quill out of the race, out of pit road. And now I have no idea who is the leader of the race. I think it should be Goforth, but I honestly have no clue at this point. But I think if what Rogers anything to what Rogers did, I think Goforth also has to pit as well. Let's see. Nope. Goforth is going to continue. There goes Lineback out of the pits. Dent has been out of the pits for a little while. And let's see the ticker. The ticker is not updating, so I don't think Goforth. Actually, no. No, never mind. Never mind. I could mistook Goforth for Marinacci. Yeah, this has been. I'm going to explain a little bit later what happened, but yeah, never mind. There goes Outlaw and Marinacci out of the pits. And Outlaw is actually going to win this battle out of pit road. Only 2 laps to go. There's Dent. And Outlaw might have stolen this win if everything goes right. And Marinacci is actually going to the inside of Outlaw for the lead. But the 49 car is not going to make it stick. No, never mind. There she is. Marinacci is actually going to... there we go. Marinacci is going to clear the 11 Beacon car. And Marinacci should be the leader of the race again. But we'll see what's going to happen. We'll see in the next... we'll see on the next lap. In the meantime, there's Dent, Heller, Movidel, multiple laps down, and then is Hobbs, I want to say, yeah. There goes Outlaw into the hairpin, and in reaching what would be the third DRS zone. There's Rogers in the pits, there's Goforth, who for a little while I thought he was leading, but no, I'm pretty sure he's... God, how many laps is he down? 2 laps down. There goes Marinacci into the chicane, the leading duo. There we go. And let's see. And yeah, this one. I mean, yeah, sure, okay. I mean, it says, Rogers still leading, but at this point it should be Marinacci and then Outlaw, unless the Fireball Kings or unless the 97 Fireball King crew did an amazing job. But I think it should be pretty clear who the leader is going to be. I mean it's pretty clear, and then I mean I say it should be pretty clear, and then it is not. But regardless. There goes D'Amelio on the inside of... Actually, what was the inside? Let me get the outside of Williams. And D'Amelio might actually lose a place to Beal, who Beal actually decided to settle behind the checker flag car. Third should be Dent. There is Morinacci and Outlaw. Oh dear, this race has been something else, hasn't it? And amazingly enough, despite all the crashes, there was not a single DNF. And now, as I say that, suddenly we have a reenactment of the 1982 Monaco Grand Prix where nobody wanted to win. In the end, the race went to Patrese because of, that race was just filled with shenanigans. But regardless, Marinacci and Adler are going to cross the chicane into the main straight. Let's see if they are indeed the race leaders. And for once, I was right. There we go, finally. Yeah, Marinacci and Adler are second and third. Actually, no, first and second on the road with just 2 laps to go. And then Dent, Heller, Morbidello is in 5th place with a damaged car. Okay, then it's Hobbs, then it's Perez. No, wait. Okay, now there's Rogers. Then it should be Perez. Then it should be Benny Moore, and then Johnson. In the meantime, let's focus on the top because we might have a battle. Who knows what's going to happen? Marinacci has pulled a big gap away from the 11 Beacon car. But, mistakes are all... But, Marinacci can always make a mistake. And that mistake happens, but it's not Marinacci, it's Outlaw making a mistake. And at this point, you could say that the race is a wrap-up. Again, unless something major happens, but at this point, you could tell that with this mistake, Marinacci has pretty much got this one in the bag. There's Roncolin out of the pit. There's Goforth. There's his teammate, who's going to win the race unless something happens. Again, look at Guillermo Vidal. With the amount of time the leader spent in the pits, Morbidello suddenly went from multiple laps down to a top 5 finish. Which actually is pretty surprising. In the meantime, white flag for Nia Marinacci and DM Motorsports. Now, I hope to God that nothing is going to happen. There goes Johnson in the pits. We might have a little battle between Messi and Rogers for 9th place. In the meantime, pretty much Nia has got this one in the bag. And actually Rogers is going to pull a bit of a safety gap from the 16 of Messi. There's Hubert, multiple laps down. There's Ware, multiple laps down. There goes Messi on the inside of Rogers. Can the 16 make it stick? Yes, they're still side by side. Can it clear it? No, they're still side by side. But Messi's actually going to take the place. Unless Rogers has anything to say about it, but no, Rogers decided to stay behind. In the meantime, let's focus on Nia Marinacci. Who's going to win the Tiffany Gate Grand Prix Montreal into the third tier red zone? And into the chicane. She's going to clear the wall of champions. And Nia Marinacci is going to win the Grand Prix of Montreal. Second is Cole Outlaw. Then it should be Ty Dent. Then is David Heller. Gary Movidel. Again. That was. I mean, of course, he still has the cup race, but great result for the 94 for the 64 car. Then we have Hobbs, then Perez, Benny Moore, Messi and Brandon Rogers. And actually, where did D'Amelio finish? D'Amelio is going to finish in... D'Amelio is going to finish in 24th place, and most importantly, still ahead of Carlos Rex. So, yeah, D'Amelio is still going to gain some points in the championship from Rex. But yeah, that was a race. Oh dear. Dylan Matthews is going to be very, very happy about this, because now Matthews, both DM drivers are now race winners. And if you remember, the 49 car is one of the trouble seats, because first it was Elkan Otasami at Daytona, then it was Bernardo de Oliveira, and then it was Nia as that the 49 car and the 54 car are the trouble seats of the season. There goes Goforth, I think, down in last place. Actually, what would you know? The two sides of the same coin. Marinacci wins the race and Goforth finishes for last. But yeah. And so, here are the final results of the Tiffany Gate Grand Prix of Montreal. Marinacci wins the race, second is Cole Outlaw, third is Ty Dent, and then we had David Heller, Gary Movidel. Great result for the 64 car. Again, helped by how much time the leaders have spent on pit road. But still, just the fact that Movidel managed to unlap himself and actually finish in 5th place is still a very a thing that you don't see all day, every day. Then you got Kilowatts, Justin Paris, Benny Moore, Santi Messi, and Brandon Rogers rounding out the top 10. With Giannis D'Amelio finishing in 23rd place. And because of that, we have no lapped cars. As Cody Goforth, the other DM car, is rounding up the field in last place. Oh my god, yeah. To call this race complicated is a big euphemism, but yeah, I'm not even going to spend much words on the race because I just wanted this to be done, and yeah, I have not many words to say other than, yeah, congratulations to Nia for the win. As per usual, we are not going to show you the updated championship standings after the race. If you want to do so, however, you should check the official PSRLA Discord server. Links in the description, and that's pretty much the only way you can join the Discord server, unless Sergio gives me a new QR code, but I guess at this point it's too late for that. This has been a special presentation of the 2024 PSRLA Grand National Series for the 47 Network. I'm Alex Davitale, and join us next time for round 16 of the championship at Iowa Speedway. So long, everybody, from Montreal. We're just again to Nia Marinacci.